Hey guys, thank you for the responses I got on my last video I posted. I think it was Saturday night. When you post a video on YouTube these days, I don't know if this has always been the case, but you can post it and just click through everything and click publish, and it'll just say, as long as you keep the browser tab open, it'll automatically publish it, so you can kind of get out of there and don't have to wait for it to finish uploading. Anyways, I've been in touch with the new teacher. She's going to try to get together an introduction, self-introduction for herself. I told her classes are starting again on the 5th of January, so I'll hopefully be able to put that self-introduction in all of the tuition envelopes, and I can kind of get the talk starting. I'm really excited for her, actually. I mean, I've been so like focused on just like trying to somehow improve things, like pursuing all these crazy ideas, and some of them have, I've learned along the way, definitely. But the only one that's really paid off so far has been learning to code, because it is a valuable skill. And I think once I get settled in this new job, I might start pursuing some other crazy ideas, albeit in a more intelligent way. I really believe there's got to be some potential for e-commerce. I might try to start doing some kind of educational stuff in programming, either remotely for the English-speaking world or possibly here in Japan, but I'm just not sure. It might be a good idea to just take the next year or two and just focus on my job and my family and get really good at, even better at coding, because if I could do that, I could get a very well-paying job and just kind of like enjoy life a little more, instead of being focused so much on juggling 50 different things all the time, with no real end in time as far as like a timeline. Like, when is this going to stop being so crazy busy? That gets hard. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm very excited for this new teacher, because she's in a position where this is it's an awesome opportunity for her, and she's going to be able to walk in and just instantly have this increase in income and the potential for a lot more. She really enjoys teaching. She's got all the experience you could ever hope for, speaks the language, and so on and so forth. So I want to help her just have the best, launch possible into this school, and make sure that the parents and students welcome her, and really realize like how lucky they are, because there are so many English teachers here in Japan that are just completely useless. I've seen it so much. I mean, it's just the money people will pay to work with these types. It's unreal, and it's not fair. It's really not. So I feel really good that I'm able to replace myself with someone that cares and is good, because I've worked at other companies where it was all about, just as long as you can stay on top of the politics, it didn't matter how bad of a teacher you were. And I mean, I'm talking ridiculous. They say, oh, ha, ha, ha. The staff just laughs it off, sales, sales, sales. Half the parents, more than that, can't even speak the language, so they have no idea. They don't even see the classes, and they're just paying all this money, and their kids just hate it. Kids can see right through people. They can tell if you're a D-bag or not within a few seconds. And unfortunately, a lot of them do end up anyways, so that's good. It's ideal. The school is going to continue, and probably in a better way than it has, I think. The big humps are over, in terms of like actually starting it and getting enough students to make it profitable and establishing it in the community. So I took that on myself. That was a massive risk looking back. I don't know, man. What I could have done in 6 years if I'd just been in coding or something, but you just don't know, I mean, you just don't know. You work with what you've got, and you work with what you've got to work with naturally, right? You don't have anything more than that. How could you? Even if you did, that would be what you have to work with, right? So it's this kind of strange situation to be in. But I think it'll be good. Yeah, I really couldn't have asked for a better outcome. Just the only issue is the salary at the new job the first few months is going to be a little tight. But I think as long as I can keep 1 or 2 university classes and maybe do a few weddings here and there, I'll be okay. I won't be paying rent or parking here anymore, so that'll be nice. But yeah, it's gonna not income's gonna change a little bit, but it'll be so much more potential for so much just a more relaxing, and weirdly at the same time challenging in a creative sense type of life. I just really don't enjoy grinding through classes and selling my time anymore like I used to. It used to be like this amazing thing, like, oh yes, got 3 more students this month, you know, my income's going up, and I eventually just realized, like, man, this is not going to change, you know. So I'm very happy that I found someone who's actually into it, you know. Very, very difficult to do, especially in the more rural parts of the land. What else was I going to say? Oh, yeah, someone asked, am I selling it as a franchise or just selling it outright? I'm selling it outright. I think if someone's taking the risk of coming in and running it by themselves and they're willing to pay to take it over, they should have carte blanche, as they say, carte blanche, full autonomy over it. It's their operation now. But as I said, I'm not going to start taking payments until a year from April, so that'll be April of 2022. Just because it can be a lot. Suddenly you're paying rent and parking, and there's all these other responsibilities, and it's like, whoa, I've got this place to take care of, and etc. So I feel that probably in a year's time, she could easily increase student numbers by quite a bit. It's hard to say how much, but I'm sure the numbers can go up, not down, especially if we can make this launch as efficient as possible. So yeah, it'll be completely out of my hair. I've entertained the ideas of like, yeah, you should pay me, you know, like it's going to be one of my locations or something. But it's a hassle, and the profit margins are really just not that much, and I wouldn't really feel right about it. Like, yeah, okay, I started it from zero and built it up, and it's profitable, and anyone who comes in, they now have a job, they can make a living, you know, overnight basically. But do I need to make $50 a month, $200 a month indefinitely? No, not really. I think that, you know, as I said, if they're willing to assume the risk and take all that on, and they want to do it and they want to make it work, then they can have it. I am charging for the school itself. It's working out to like just under 1,000,000 yen, right around 1,000,000 yen. My initial offering was 1.6 million yen, which is roughly about $16,000, which is what I paid for just the reform, to have the place actually look like you could actually come here and take English lessons. I didn't include anything else like the furniture or computers, teaching supplies, and even the bathroom supplies. There's so much you have to buy, like it's nuts. But I did a little research, and a lot of people were like, oh, that's a bit expensive, 1.6 million yen. You know, normally you pay like about $100 per student, and then maybe like an extra couple grand. I researched around a lot. Some people said like you should charge anywhere from 6 months revenue to a year. That would have been a lot higher. That would have been closer to like 4 or 5 million. But the truth is, it's going to be really, really hard to find anyone who's going to pay that, because all they have to do is just kind of wait you out and find a location in the neighborhood and take your students, right? So I kind of lowballed it, but you know, it's still an investment, because she's going to be coming in. I offered her, I said, look, I can pay you like 2,000, 2,500 yen lesson during those weeks in March when you come in, so you're not coming here for free. And she said, oh, just knock it off the final price. So I calculated, she's coming in for about 3 weeks, and so that's like 60% of the average English teacher's salary. So I'm gonna, no, what would that be, 75%. So basically it's about 1,000,000 yen for the school, which is very, very reasonable if you ask me. It's not pocket change at all, so that's why I feel like it's kind of a fair price. It's not like she's going to be paying for the next decade and like having this noticeable, like, you know, expense every month. I think I worked it out. How long would that take if we did? Hold on a second. Yeah, so if she paid like sanman a month, which is like roughly $300, it would be 3.25 years. If she wanted to pay more or less, it'd be more or less, but it's still fairly reasonable, I think. So that's that, yeah. And we're probably gonna do a party at the end of March, so we can have like the final kickoff where it's like, this is the new teacher. All the parents that maybe couldn't come see classes can hopefully come to that, and she'll get some time to kind of socialize with the kids. And bonding with the kids is a really important part of teaching. It's that's just how children are. They naturally kind of emulate and absorb the energies around them. And so if you're a positive presence in their life, if they know you're friendly and you care about them and you want them to be safe, they'll really love you, and they'll really be happy to hear your name, and they'll be happy to know that, like, you know, tomorrow's English class, and they'll try harder on their homework. So I really want this teacher to establish as much of a bond as possible, especially with the kids, because that's what keeps them coming for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, you know. And also, of course, the pricing is reasonable here, so you try to find that sweet spot where it's enough of an income for you that you don't feel frustrated by the fact that you have to deal with it, but it's not so much that the parents, certain times of year, you know, if their kid wants to start swimming lessons or karate or soccer, and they kind of look at the budget and like, yeah, English is kind of expensive. I don't know. If they've been already going for 2, 3 years, maybe we should call it quits. You know, if it's something they can kind of continue to include in their budget, that's really what you want. So anyways, it's been a busy day, even though it's my day off. I did it wasn't a whole full day off. I had my software job and then some training and then more software stuff, and now I'm making this video. But I got to get out of here in a sec to go pick up my kids, so I'll leave it at that. And yeah, thank you guys for the support and the feedback over the years, and if you have any questions or anything, post them. Okay, that's it for this time.